Hi everyone, it's Chris, and I wanted to talk about the reason that you should treasure the people in your organisation who are a bit different, right? Who don't think about things the same way as other people, who don't necessarily work in the same way as other people. We all have them in organisations. Some of us have been them in organisations. They tend to be considered heretics or mavericks or outliers, people who just don't process stuff in the same way, don't do things necessarily in the same way. A lot of companies get quite frustrated at those who don't follow the normal viewpoint, the normal way of doing things, if you like. But the people who have different views, the people who don't necessarily fit in, pay attention to them, right? Get their views, get their ideas. Being human is about being individual. Seeing this as components limits not just the people, but it also limits the company, right? So they hold a mirror up to the company, the organisation, the practices within it. They provide valuable information, valuable, differing viewpoints, and perhaps find the organisation paths that wouldn't have been seen otherwise, right? So the problem is rigid hierarchies traditionally suppress these people. They get rid of them, or they try to force them to work in certain ways. Ecosystem approaches tend to value them a lot more, right? So they're where innovation and paradigm shifts come from. So they can really help you disrupt and differentiate your organisation, from others. They can be disruptive if you don't treat them correctly. If you don't have them at all, your company is very bland, and it's very flat, right? It just does what it does, but you won't get a lot of change. You won't get a lot of energy. They're good people to have around. They bring quite a lot of value to an organisation. So a lot of this requires understanding that people make your organisation, right? Your organisation is made of people. People are the most powerful asset you have. People are the most valuable asset that you have, right? So the value streams, everything comes from the people. Your company literally is those people, right? So a good friend of mine, Liz Keogh, she's a keynote speaker, consultant. She says value streams are made of people. She has a very good talk on this. Catherine Kirk, who's another very talented consultant, says, you matter because we all matter. And the message is very clear. If we're all genuinely stakeholders in the success of an organisation, we will strive to make that organisation successful. It won't have to be forced. It won't have to be, pushed. It will happen, right? Learning ecosystems are evolutionary. And if you work in that way, they can deliver the full value of your organisation relatively easily, both internally with culture and everything else, and externally in terms of product and revenue and, your place in the market. But traditional hierarchies can be very static. They can be very rigid, obviously, and they are measurably inefficient. Like we're seeing that at the moment. The cycle of woe goes round and round and round. I talk about this and a lot of other things. So they do work to a point, but they could work a lot better, and some of them aren't working very well anymore. So which one would you rather be? Have a think about it. Don't ignore the heretics, the mavericks, and the outliers, because they're where a lot of your innovation and your value actually lies. It can be hard to see this from the outside. As I say in a few of these videos, that's where consultants can come in. A coach, a mentor, a consultant, an advisor. As long as they're there to sustainably help you discover this for yourselves, right, and then move forward, you can always do this, and you can learn for yourselves and move forward, right? So have a think about paying attention to the people who are different, and I hope you enjoyed the quick idea. If you want to know more, you can go to my blog on involvemetraining.com, or you can follow me on Twitter or LinkedIn. But for now, thanks for watching, and take care out there.